The release of Claude Code Security by Anthropic triggered an immediate reaction in capital markets. Cybersecurity stocks fell sharply, in some cases dramatically, as investors appeared to price in a new reality. If AI can autonomously discover vulnerabilities, perhaps a large portion of the cybersecurity industry has just been commoditized. So has AI finally cracked cybersecurity? Definitely not. And more importantly, the premise of the question misunderstands what the core problem actually is. AI-driven vulnerability discovery is an efficiency improvement. It may outperform static analysis. It may reduce time to detection. It may lower cost. None of these, however, address the structural dynamics that makes cyber attacks effective in the first place. AI can be a formidable weapon, but winning a fight is not only about weapons. Cyber attacks are massively asymmetrical. Businesses are exposed, criminals are hidden. Businesses must patch all vulnerabilities. Criminals only need to find one. For attackers, one discovered vulnerability opens an entire market of exploits. For businesses, it closes off a sliver of the attack surface. Businesses never win. Best case scenario, they don't lose. For example, if the attack is successful, the attacker gets paid. If it fails, attackers get to try again. Attackers dictate the pace. They stay relaxed while businesses can never sleep. Noise hides criminal acts. The higher the volume, the better it is for the criminal and the more draining for the business. It is an exhausting list that shows that in a cyber attack, attackers hold virtually all the cards. This asymmetry is not a tooling problem. It is an architectural one. The industry has long operated under the implicit assumption that vulnerabilities are the central issue. But vulnerabilities are inevitable in any sufficiently complex system. Even flawless application logic does not guarantee safety. A leaked access token can render perfect code irrelevant. The exploitability of vulnerabilities depends far more on system design and incentive dynamics than on their mere existence. AI does not alter this asymmetry. It accelerates both sides. In other industries, speed and efficiency are transformative advantages. In cybersecurity, they are often stress multipliers. Faster code generation means faster vulnerability production. Faster discovery means faster exploitation. Lower cost means broader access, including for criminal actors. There is no realistic scenario in which advanced AI capability remains exclusive to defenders. This is why the current market reaction is conceptually misplaced. The assumption appears to be that better vulnerability discovery compresses the need for cybersecurity companies. In reality, it compresses one layer of an already misaligned system. Efficiency gains do not solve structural fragility. In medieval warfare, defense fortifications were built on hills to create asymmetry in the favor of defender. Elevation, visibility, and physical barriers stifled the economics of attack. Today, most digital infrastructure operates in the equivalent of valleys, globally exposed, continuously reachable, permanently probed. Trading bows and arrows for firearms does not help the case of defenders if attackers continue to hold the terrain advantage. AI is indispensable not because it solves cybersecurity, but because defenders cannot afford to fall further behind in a world where attackers also leverage AI. However, it would be a strategic error to confuse tactical acceleration with strategic resolution. Escalation alone is not a strategy. If the industry responds to AI by merely automating existing paradigms, scanning faster, patching faster, reacting faster, it will amplify the rinse and repeat cycle that has characterized cybersecurity for decades. More tools, more alerts, more dashboards. Marginally improved detection rates within fundamentally unchanged architectures. The real opportunity lies elsewhere. The decisive innovations in cybersecurity will not be those that discover vulnerabilities most efficiently. They will be those that reduce exploitability at the architectural level. Those that rebalance asymmetry, those that rethink exposure, trust boundaries, and incentive structures rather than simply polishing already brittle surfaces. AI has not solved cybersecurity. it has exposed how narrow our framing of the problem has been. The question is no longer whether machines can find flaw in code more effectively than humans. The question is whether we, consumers, cybersecurity companies, and investors alike, are willing to rethink the architecture that makes those flaws economically decisive in the first place.